One of our essential RVing gadgets, which we covered in our top 10 RVing gadgets video, is the Garmin 760 Lmt Gps. We absolutely love this GPS because when you're driving something this size, it's essential to know where you can and cannot drive it because there are low bridges, tight turns, steep grades that this GPS knows all about. We also got the Garmin mount. This is a sandbag mount. Kate and I can place this wherever we want on the dash. Now, one of the first things we really like about this is that we can set up an RV profile on here. Put all the parameters of our RV. It's the length, the height, the width, the weight. The GPS will look at all those parameters and plan around, let's say, a low bridge or something. Now, anytime we are coming up to a tight curve, for example, we get a very loud audible alert from this, which is nice because we can look over. It'll give you an icon on the large 7-inch display that you can see and easily read. It also has voice command that you can say a command. There it is. And it allows you to talk to it rather than having to reach over and try to punch something in. You can also connect this to your phone and take Bluetooth calls through your GPS. When you are driving with this on, you can either put it in the route mode and it tells you where to go, where to turn next, etc. Or you can just leave it on the map setting. When you are in route mode, it'll show you your current route, the next turn you're going to make. It'll also give you your arrival time. It's nice to know about what time we will get there, especially if we have to call ahead to a campground and say, hey, we might be a little late. This is the time we're going to be there. This also has a traffic feature. So when we get into larger cities, it'll alert us if there's an accident, construction, other things happening on the road that are going to delay us, and it'll give us the amount of time we'll be delayed by. Now, when you are in route mode, the turn-by-turn directions on this are very easy to read. The audible instructions are easy to understand even when the radio's on. The nice thing is you can turn the volume for the audible instructions up or down depending on what you like. The GPS alerts you as to which lane you need to be in, either for an exit, freeway on-ramp or off-ramp. Many times in bigger cities, it'll show you an image of what the exit looks like to give you an idea of what you're coming up to.
Be in any of the 3 left lanes.
This is really helpful when you're in large cities with large amounts of traffic and you can see a visual of exactly where you need to go. Now, one of the downsides of this GPS is that it is very pricey, and we were hesitant at first to pick it up. However, we realized with all the different places we go, internet access on our phones can be very spotty, and there are times that Google Maps or the GPS on your phone isn't going to work. This doesn't require any sort of internet access, and we can be out in the middle of nowhere, still get directions, get our GPS coordinates, and there are some cool features on here to show you things like your trip odometer, how fast you've been going, what your average speed is, what your current elevation is. This past winter we spent in Florida, we never went on a single toll road. We were able to do that because on the GPS there is a feature that allows us to avoid toll roads. There are also things like avoid U-turns, avoid highways. The GPS will also give you options as to different routes if there are any. So maybe you can take the scenic route or the one that goes directly to your destination. The GPS also displays services that are coming up, such as gas stations, RV services, etc. My favorite is when it shows me where the next rest area is, and it'll show you on which side of the road it's going to be. And Kate's favorite feature is the state border notification. We love to get a picture or a quick video as we're crossing into that next state. Now, I currently have the GPS plugged into the cigarette lighter for the RV. This actually has a battery, so I can unplug it and it'll still work. Cancel. You can also plug this into a USB port and charge it that way. Like if you have a backup battery or something like that and you want to keep this charged, you don't have to have it plugged into the cigarette lighter all the time. With the GPS, you also get lifetime map updates. Now, that is one downside we found about this GPS, is that not all streets are always updated, especially when you get to an area with a lot of new construction. What we found is not to rely solely on the GPS. A lot of times what we'll do is we will look things up on our phone as well, just to make sure that the GPS is taking us in the right direction and it's not going on some weird roundabout. The GPS will pop up a little notification saying it doesn't know what the RV access is down this road. When we see that, we tend to be a little bit more cautious. We're looking out for road signs that tell us if there's a low bridge or any height clearance issues. Also, we've noticed that the speed limit isn't always correct. Sometimes states or cities have updated or changed speed limits, so it's always good to use this as a guide, but make sure you're watching for those speed limit signs and other things coming up. Don't rely on this 100%. We've never used any other GPS units aside from what's on our phone, but we do have friends that have gone out and purchased other brands of RV GPSs out there. They're sorry they didn't spend the extra money to get the Garmin. So overall, we find this to be an essential item for any RVer. We can't imagine driving the RV around without this thing. We'll be taking this with us to our next RV. We even drive with it in our car. We love this thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested in the Garmin or the mount, we will put links in the description below, or you can check out our store at weretherussos.com. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.